Hi, I'm Kunal Nandwani from U-Trade Solutions. I'm here as part of BSE and Share India IPO event invite, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how the funding in primary capital markets works and how it's very relevant for the local SMEs here, small medium enterprises, and I'm also planning to do my own company's IPO later this year. So I think given how the US markets are going, how the interest rates are dropping in US, the tax rates are dropping, US markets are going to grow very fast, and that's what we are all witnessing and seeing in the next 1 2 years. US markets would grow a lot. Indian markets, because of the US impact as well as for their own domestic growth, are expected to grow a lot, especially after demonetization. A lot of money has come to Indian capital markets, and now that's what's driving the growth of Indian SME segments. And I think Indian capital markets should grow very fast. The values should rise very quickly, and the investors should benefit. They should all participate in the space. Well, number one, the dollar USD INR rate depends on many macro factors. The key reason why it's dipping a bit is primarily the fiscal deficit, which is not under control or not as low as the Indian finance ministry was projecting. So that's the only open challenge, I guess, there. But I won't worry about the small dollar movements. I mean, from 63 rupees to 64 or 64 to 63, this shouldn't matter that much in grand scheme of things. It's a minor volatility we have to live with, and it was primarily linked with the fiscal deficit, I believe. So I believe cryptocurrency has opened a new parallel world for everyone. So today we are otherwise used to a world where we have very regulated and centralized systems like financial markets, where you have the regulators, you have central banks, you have institutions who centralize the whole flow. Cryptocurrencies essentially enable a peer-to-peer decentralized system. That's what Bitcoin was meant to be. It was formed in 2008, after 2008, when Lehman crisis happened, when Lehman Brothers went down. So the idea was, why do we need a central system? Why don't we decentralize it? And Bitcoin over time has grown, and primarily in 2017, due to its major growth, now we all talk about it and we all cover it. I think cryptocurrencies is here to stay. Now, how regulators accept it or not, how they ban it, how they adopt it, or how it forms its own parallel universe, that remains to be seen. There are a lot of unknowns at this point, but I truly believe cryptocurrencies offers a great new model. This can be the next internet. This can be the new world. When and how, remains to be seen. But I think it's gonna be around, and it would reinvent itself even if it goes down a bit. It certainly offers great value to the users and all that. It cuts out a lot of middlemen, okay, and that's a very relevant value that cryptocurrencies bring. As far as India is concerned, the Indian government is yet to make a firm stance on whether how far the crypto investments can go. But though they very clearly said you can't use cryptocurrencies to buy and sell any goods or products or services. You can't use it as a legal tender, but you can choose to invest in it so far on your own risk, of course. So that bit still needs some more regulation and clarity and all that. But I believe cryptocurrency as a concept is a brilliant one. It's here to stay. And how every country adopts to it, what does it mean for Indians and Indian tax residents or Indian citizens, that I think would come later in the year, hopefully at some point when government clarifies the regulations around them. Of course, progress is good. We are all for progress. More bilateral relations among the different countries is good, but though that can lead to some geopolitical tensions as well. Some countries who may or may not be friendly with Israel may not appreciate the gesture, and like we know that our Prime Minister went to receive the Israeli Prime Minister at the airport, which is out of the protocol as well. So there are some geopolitical things at play here. I don't see a major impact in markets as such. Any bilateral relations or trade relations are always good for business, and hopefully that would be fruitful for both countries. But I don't see a major impact on the markets as such.
Is it a good time to invest?
It is definitely a great time to invest. I highly recommend everyone should consider investing. Of course, don't believe that it will just magically return you 10 times your investment, but invest with, of course, some. Remember, there are risky assets too, so you got to pick carefully what you invest in.
I think there will be some benefit and number of benefits.
There are great benefits ahead. Definitely the markets are going to be very interesting, especially if we talk about equity markets or even cryptocurrencies for that matter. There are great assets at play. There are mutual funds now that invest in small medium enterprises. There are IPOs coming of so many companies. Last year we had 200 to 300 IPOs on SME segment. Many of them have given 2 to 10 times returns. Great time to invest, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Hi, good evening. I'm Sachin Gupta. I'm director in Share India Securities. Today I have come here for the SME event, and we just want to share our experience with the local industrialist in Punjab in northern region. Then what actually SME segment is in both NSE and BSE, how it has grown from last 5 years, and how different segment companies have got listed and promoters got benefit from the listing. So I believe market is at such level where investors are putting a lot of money into the market, and SME is a real hero in last 2 years. Like in recent 1 year, all SME funds have given more than 90% return, and investors are putting money into the SME segment like anything. So this is the right time for any company to come and get listed on this the platform. And with me, SME head of BSE, Mr. Ajay Thakur is also here, and he will explain his journey of last 5 years. He is the basic motivation behind the success of this whole SME segment. So we believe that we have invited the industrialists from the Chandigarh and local region, and we'll try to explain by our presentation then how they can get benefited and what services we provide at Share India for the SME segment. So I think in last 1 year more than 150 company got listed on NSE BSE both. Yeah, definitely. So there is a certain eligibility criteria for for the companies. We'll explain that in detail in our presentation. And then company has to appoint a merchant banker, underwriter, and we provide all these services.
Is there any interrogation of the government?
Yeah, definitely. Merchant banker go through the balance sheet, go to the meet the promoters, and first off, the main agenda is why promoter want to raise the money, and what is their future goal, whether the investors will get benefit with their future growth or not.
How big is this market in and around Chandigarh?
This see pan India 80% participation from the western region like Gujarat and Maharashtra. Punjab northern region has not participated much. Wherever we personally believe potential in this region is much higher than what they have done. So we actually feel local promoter has not got the proper sourcing because all the merchant bankers are based in Mumbai. So we are based in Delhi, and we are trying to connect with the local promoters so that we can provide them the services from the northern region. And we believe in coming years northern region will participate lot more what they have done in last 5 years. No, Share India does it itself. Share India Share India provides all the services required for the SME segment.
Everything.
Everything.
Like the interrogation, first inspection and all.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything you do it
Definitely.
yourself?
Yeah. Finding a merchant banker, underwriter, then market maker, everything.
You have a huge fees of it, or you just say?
Yeah, there is a fees. Fees vary from the company to company, and requirement of the company.
Investment fee.
Yeah, definitely. With the size of IPO.
All right. Is there anything you want to add up here for the?
We'll do
investors?
that. We'll do that in the detailed presentation. Definitely.
Right now, any message for the investors?
The message is very clear that timing is very good. So it's means people are having their precious asset in their almiras.
Okay.
Take that out and share it with the investors, and investors will put lot of value into your company, and right time to grow.
Is there any risk?
Sorry?
Factor?
Risk only is if promoter does not use that money in an appropriate manner or a promised manner. So we believe that promoter will not use that company does not belong to the promoter. That company belongs to the company. That money belongs to the company. So promoter should use that money for the growth of the company.
You give